Hello everybody, this is Jonathan, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use activity monitor in Haiku OS. So this software will allow us to basically see how much of resources our computer is using up, such as how much RAM is being used up, how much CPU it's using, and for networking, to see if the network is slow or if it's too fast, or if it's too fast that's a good thing, but basically to see how fast the internet is or if it's slow. Okay, let's get started, shall we? So to get started, what I would do is click onto Fuel. If you're using Photo Machine, then this might be useful, but I'm just going to click onto Fuel and I'm going to click onto Full Screen Mode, and I'm going to switch to it. Okay, once I've switched to Full Screen Mode, we should see a software like this. If you guys don't know how to open it, just click on the feather up here, go to Applications, and then we'll find Activity Monitor. And just click onto it. Okay, so right now I already have it opened, so as you guys can see there's information about for RAM, there's also information about for CPU. Now I want to go through these two, and I'm going to show you guys how to add a new chart into the software. Okay, so basically as you guys can see, for memory part of this, so obviously it says used memory, it says cached memory, and it says swap space. So obviously used memory is how much of the memory has been used. So for example, if we had like user guide opened, as you guys can see, used memory has increased, but obviously for cached memory has gone down, because cached memory basically means how much of the memory has basically been used. If I close out this, as you guys can see, used memory goes down, but the cached memory goes up, because that's how much of a RAM is available. This is how much of a RAM that is basically has been used. As you guys can also see is swap space. So basically if we run out of memory altogether, what it will do is use a small portion of a hard drive, and that small portion of a hard drive is just storing all of the memory stuff. So yeah, this is all that the swap partition does, is acts like memory on for a small portion, so we don't run out of memory. But only disadvantage is that because it's a small portion of the hard drive partition, that does make it slower. So yeah, this does make it slower as it starts using the hard drive or a solid state drive. Okay, so swap partition basically just back up for memory. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the CPU. So obviously as you guys can see, it does actually just show up CPU usage. Basically for higher it is, for more of a CPU is using up. So for higher it is, for more resources is being used up. For low it is, for less powerful it is right now. But if it's really high, then it's using up loads of CPU resources. But as you guys can see, I'm getting around 10.5 and blah blah blah. But if I try to open up some software such as debug, you guys will see that it will spike for way up. As you guys can see, it went all the way up, because it was actually trying to open up for software that I wanted to use. So this is why it went all the way up, because it was trying to do some processing. Now if I obviously close out that will just kind of just show up a little spike, as you guys can see. Okay, so basically if I want to now add a new chart in, because by default it only shows up memory information and it only shows up CPU usage. But if I want to determine off the network, then all guys here do is click onto File and now click onto Add Graph, and then from here click onto Network Receive and Network Send, and this should start showing up some network information. Okay, so obviously I have nothing now, but it's the same as this one. For higher it is, for faster the network is, and how faster it is sending some data. So obviously for lower it is, for slower for network, and for higher it is, for faster for network. So the same as the CPU, the same for anything else. If we see it goes up, then that means you have good internet. If it goes down, then that means you have a weak internet. So basically that's what this kind of thing is, just to show up some lines like it does over here. Okay, so now obviously we can go to settings, and now click on the settings, and it'll just show up these information. Update time individual, so this will how long it would take to update these charts. We can make it all the way down, we can make it higher, but I will stick with 100 milliseconds. Now if we close out this, and now my information will be regularly updated. So as an additional thing, guys don't really need to know about this, but what you guys can also do is create a widget. As you guys can see, I already have a widget opened just to kind of show you guys what it kind of looks like. So it shows up some CPU usage. Now I'm going to show you guys how to drag in from memory information. So basically all guys need to do is click on the hand over here and now start dragging it. As you guys can see, now we have a widget of how much of the memory is being used and how much of the CPU resources is being used up. If we close out this, as you guys can see, these two widgets are still here. And obviously if we misplaced them, we can click on the hand again and start dragging them again. So something like this. As you guys can see. Anyway guys, I hope that you guys found this video very useful, and I hope that you guys really do understand now how this software works. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.